So today we are going to talk about the digital documentation. This is the syllabus of class 9th Infotech and unit 3. Okay. And class 9th Infotech syllabus I am covering here. So digital documentation. What is the meaning of the digital documentation? Normally what happened earlier, the peoples are using the typewriters to work on or to create the document, and then further they are going to replace by the electronic typewriters. But after that, what happened? We people are start using computer to work on that, and you all know कि if you want to work with the computer, you require some software also. So there are some software that help us in making the document and working with the documents, and you are creating documents, you are saving documents, you are writing, editing, changing, sometimes changing the color. So earlier we are getting the only the facility to create the documents like notepad software is there. There you are did not get the facility to make the so many changes. But later on the software is also evaluate and some new software get developed. So those software which provide the facility to do the data processing in a proper way, such as known as the word processing software. Okay, some of the communication presentations are the these activities we are doing in office. Look at this. What we are doing in the office, we are doing in office. In every office, we have to work like word processing, data processing, communication, and presentation. So how you will do these all activities can be done with the help of the software in a proper way. Acha, what is document? Document is a paper with written contents, and process of preparing document is called documentation. Document क्या है? It's a written contents and the way you are going to make the document, that is called documentation. So documentation is required to the preserve the contents for the longer periods. Means we want to create the documents for the evidence purpose. We are keeping the documents inside the file. So why? So that you can use it whenever you require. Some documents are like the letters, reports, thesis, manuscript, and like the expo. There are the handwritten documents also, but these handwritten documents having the disadvantage is that first the understanding the handwriting. Everyone is having their own handwriting, and you might be not able to understand their handwriting. So handwriting is the issue there. With the advancement of computer hardware and software technology, we are going to use the computer instead of handwritten documents. We are using the computer generated documents. Okay. A data entry operator should possess these skills to use the office productivity tools like this. They must know about the good typing. They must know how to use the office, how to use the office software. Okay. But which software you will go to use? You require to use the several word processing software. Acha, one thing you have to know about this word processing, a software which is able to process the word, which provide the facility to type the text, which provide the facility to make the change in the text. Okay, and you can format it, you can store it, you can retrieve and print whenever you require. Such a document is called word processing software. Okay, the term word processing was invented by IBM in 1960s, and by 1971 it was recognized by the New York Times as buzzword. Okay, buzzword. So this information you will get through this article on this website. This information is available, you can get it. So word processor is a computer application software that is used for the production of printable material. And normally we are using, in the beginning, we are using the WordStar. WordStar is a very famous software on that time, which is known as the WS. Okay, in that we are giving the commands through the keyboard like this, save the file, open the file like this command, print the file. Okay, and later on we are using the something else. There are several limitations to using the typewriter. What is the limitation with the typewriter? We can't use the typewriter for making the documents nowadays. Normally it is possible, you can make the documents, but it has their own limitation. It has their own limitation. So what happened in case of the suppose you are doing any mistake while you are typing, then you have to remove the entire page, you have to use the new page again, because in a typewriter is always giving the hard copy out, means the output given by the typewriter is printed on the sheet, and you are not able to make any change in that. Okay, something. Second thing, if you want to make the same letter, then you have to type it again and again. Normally we are using the carbon copy, but you are not able to make the multiple sheets. You can make 2 or 3 or 4 carbon copies. So if you have to send it more than 450 people and 100 people, then at least you have to type it 25 times. If you are using the 4 carbon copy, then next is the typewriter does not have all the required characters or symbols. Sometimes we are using the some special symbol. in a book or in a documentation, those symbols are not available on typewriter, so it is not possible to type by using this. Second thing and last is, it is not possible to produce a document in a desired format using a typewriter. So these are the some limitation of the typewriter. Means you are not able to correct any error, you have to remove the sheet and use another sheet. Second thing, if you want to make it the multiple copies, it is not easy to make it through the typewriter. Third, typewriter does not have the all required characters and symbols, so you are not able to use such a symbol. And next, it's not allowed to create the documents in a several formats. So what happened in 1974, Xerox company had introduced an electronic typewriter to solve this problem some extent. Okay, so in electronic typewriter, it is possible to make the changes in the content. You can easily edit and make the multiple copies with the minor change, but it has a limitation of very small size screen. Means what? In electronic typewriter, you are getting a small screen. Through that, you can make the change and you can get it printed out. A scheme can be view only one or two lines, so it's very difficult to do the work. So in late 1970s, with the development of computer software technology, word processing softwares are introduced, and in this software the documents can be navigated, edited, formatted and printed. So you are getting a software here, and now you are able to use the computer for the same work, same purpose. The modern word processors check the advantage of GUI. GUI means what? This is the interface. This is an interface. There are two types of interface: graphical user interface and character user interface. So graphical user interface provide the facility. You can see the icons and images like this. These all are the graphical user interface. So several icons are here. Okay, and what the another term is for WYSIWYG? What you see, what you get. What you see is what you get. Means this facility you are getting through the word processing software. Means suppose I am going to print this page. So how it is looking like this? In the same way, it's a printed by the printer also. That is the meaning of WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. Okay, so the same means this means the special effects on text are also visible on the screen. So word processing software not only provide the basic ability to enter and modify the text, but it also provides the efficient text manipulation. Means you are free to do the manipulation with the help of the word processing software, and it can be used for the documentation. So modern word processor software provides several attractive features. There are so many features are there, and that's why people are using the word processing software like Microsoft Word, LibreOffice Writer, OpenOffice, WPS Office. There are so many word processor software available nowadays. Okay, and all are using on the different platform. For the Mac they are different, for the Linux they are different, for the Windows they are different, for the mobile we have also. Okay, so these are the some popular word processor features. What are the features of the word processor? Like you can create the document, you can change. Edit means change. You can save, you can retrieve means you can open it, and you can print the document. You can select and move the text from one place to another in the document. You can copy the text to other places means you can create the multiple contents of the same. Okay, multiple copies of the same content. You can move or copy a selected text from one document to any other document. Means what? Suppose I have a one file and I have written something there, and I want to same to be right in another file. So I'm not going to write it again. I'm just copying it from the my old file and paste it in my new file. Another thing is that you can increase the size of the text. Okay, it looks like the this size. You can increase it. You can change the style. Means you can change the writing style. You can make it bold. You can make it italic, underline. So this facilities you are getting in word processor. You can format the paragraphs also, as well as you can format the pages. You can check the spelling and grammar mistake. This is the another advantage of word processor software. Suppose you are while you are typing, sometimes it's happen in a quick typing. It's happened that you forget the spelling or you type the wrong spelling. So automatically it will indicate identify by the software, and they just highlight those words where is the spelling mistake, those sentence where is the grammatical mistake. You can create the table also for the tabular data. You can modify the size of the selected rows and columns, and you can change the cell also. Combine one or more documents means you can add the one or more documents. You are allowed to insert the pictures, you can use the graphics, you can insert the shape, and at last you are getting the print the selected text or selected pages of document. So these facilities you are getting through the word processor software. So what happened? Word processor software is being used in the business, home, education, school, college. For what purpose? For making letter, for making reports, and any other different types of the document. A student uses it for preparing project report and assignment. We are using it. Teachers uses the word processor to create question paper and notes. Like I'm using it for the making assignment also. I'm using it for making the question paper, for making a notes. And you people are making the assignment also. Those assigned by the teachers. You are making some report and you are making some documents also. So now we required one office application. So from where we get this office application and what office application we have to use. Actually, there are so many word processors are there. As I told you, Microsoft Office is the most popular, but Microsoft is the copyright software. So if you want to use it, you have to purchase it. Normally, you have to purchase it. If you are using it freely, means you have taken it from somewhere else, then these are called pirated software. Means we all are the victims. This is called copyright issue. So, so if you want to use and you don't want to purchase it also, so there are several free softwares also available. There are OpenOffice software and LibreOffice word processors are there. For your syllabus, we have to learn about the LibreOffice. Okay, and why we have to use the LibreOffice? It has some advantage. First, it is free and open source software, and it is fully features software. Okay, so it's a freely available on the internet. You simply have to download it. And how you will download? You will download it through the libreoffice.org. By this website, you can download it. Okay, and it is available for the many languages. Means you want to use for the English, use it. If you want to use for the any other language, that is also possible. And this is available for Windows operating system also, Mac operating system also, and Linux operating system also. One thing, this is the open source software. This is the freely available software. Okay, that's why it is known as the free open source software. So this software is using the open document format. This is called ODF format. Normally Word is using the doc format. This is called doc. That is also copyright format. But it is using the freeze format. This is called ODF, open document format, and for publishing this. LibreOffice components are integrated with each other and have a similar look and feel, which make it easy to use to train. Then suppose you are familiar with the Microsoft Word, and now you are going to use the LibreOffice Writer. So you will see that the every options are looks like same. So it's a easy to work. Suppose you know how to work with the computer, then you can easily understand how can work with the writer. Only you have to identify the options. There are some more software you will get through the LibreOffice. One is the Writer for Word. One is the second is the Calc for spreadsheets, Impress for presentations. Okay, and the Base for the database management, Draw for the drawing, and several other softwares are there. LibreOffice includes supports for opening and saving files in many common formats, including Microsoft Office, HTML, XML, WordPerfect, and PDF. Means through LibreOffice, you can read the file created by you in MS Office also. You can open the HTML file here also. You can open the XML file here also. You can open the WordPerfect file also, as well as you can open the PDF also. Means if your computer is having LibreOffice software, then no need to install the PDF reader. You can open your documents PDF file through this LibreOffice software also. I'll just show you. I'm just opening the one file. Suppose I'm having several files here. First, wait, I'm opening the my drive and I'm going in. I'm moving in the, suppose I have the syllabus and I want to open the syllabus. Suppose I want to open the syllabus. This syllabus I want to open. So what I'll do, I'll make a right click and I'll go in the open office, and then I'm going to choose the another app because several apps are suggested by them. So here what I'm doing, I'm going, no, this is the wrong option I have selected. I have to select the other option. It's not showing here. So what I'll do, I will do one more thing. Wait, I'm not going to open it by this way. I'm going to open the LibreOffice on my computer. Let's I open. Okay, and not writer. One thing I have to do, LibreOffice. Okay, it's installed on my computer, so I'm going to wait. Instead of writer, I'll go it here, file, open, go it open, and in a open, and this time I'm going to select CBSE and IT, and suppose I'm going to open this one. So let's see, it's opening or not. Yeah, it's opening. It will take some time, but it will open the file also. So let's see it's working or not. In between, I'm going to show you what you will get if you install the LibreOffice on your computer. Look at this. This is my LibreOffice. So here is the LibreOffice. Okay. So now you can start the LibreOffice. This is the base and this is the main LibreOffice software. It's taking some time because it's going to process the PDF file. First time it's opening that file, so it's required some time to process it. And after processing, definitely it's able to open it. In between, I'm going to tell you how to download the LibreOffice. So what is this? You have to open the libreoffice.org. Just Google it. It's automatically you reach at the home page of the LibreOffice. Look at this. This is the LibreOffice. Okay, Open Office Evolution. So by clicking on this download button, you can download it. But if you want to download something else, there are several versions of the LibreOffice are here. So you can download the older version also. These are the older versions, so 6.4.6, and you can download the latest version also. The 64-bit system is available. There are 32 bits. You can download for Linux, you can download for Mac, you can download for Windows. Okay. So suppose you want to download, just simply click on the download. And there is a more things are there. Wait, in a download folder. Yeah. Look at this. You can download the portable version also. This is a very useful concept of portable version of LibreOffice. If you use this, you can download it and you install on your pen drive. Then you can use your pen drive to start the LibreOffice Writer and Word and anything on any other computer at that LibreOffice is not installed. Means that is the advantage of this. Means you can carry the LibreOffice through your pen drive only. Simply plug and start using of LibreOffice. Okay. So this, but if you want to use for the Android phone, there is the Android phone version is also available. App Store, LibreOffice for Android and iOS. So you can use this LibreOffice on Android. This is also the part of the LibreOffice. So through that you can download it on your Play Store. Just search LibreOffice on your phone and download it. Okay. So if you want to download LibreOffice for your computer, I suggest you use the latest version. This way you can download and you can install the LibreOffice. In between, I'm checking that it's taking some time to open the PDF file, but definitely it will open because that PDF file is very long. That's why it's taking the time to open it. Yeah, I'm saying that close the program. I don't want to open right now. Okay. So and later I will show you how to open the file through this LibreOffice. Definitely it will work, but it's taking some time. So it gets closed. So now I'm opening the LibreOffice. Again, I'm opening the LibreOffice. This I'm going to open. This is the basic environment of the LibreOffice. Look. So it's open this, discard. Actually, yes, I don't want to recover any documents. So look, it's open now. Now it's try to open. This is this Impress, Math, Base, recent file. Open a file. I'm going on this open file and then I'm selecting the small parts of syllabus. Where is the syllabus? Come back. Come back. This is the curriculum and this is the syllabus. So I'm going to open the syllabus here. So it will take the small time to open it. Let it is processing. Wait. It's taking some time and I think it's going to open it. Wait, yeah, it's opened. Look, it's open. So you are able to open the PDF here also. On that time, actually, there's so many pages are there, and first time it's tried to open it. That's why it's taking some time to open it. And this way, page by page, you can scroll. Yeah, formatting. They have to do the some formatting also. You can edit in PDF also through this. It's try to translate the PDF and you can change it. You can change in this also. So you can use this LibreOffice for as a PDF editor also. Okay. So now I'm going to close it. I don't want to make any changes in this. Okay. So this is about how to use the LibreOffice, how to work with the LibreOffice, and how to install the LibreOffice. So next video, next time, we are going to talk about how to start the LibreOffice web process. Thank you. I hope you understand this. If there any query, you may ask your query.